Dear students, today we discuss the topic of method study. So, the method study consists of these basic steps. First one is select. We have to select the job that we studied. Second, record. We have to record all types of words and the process for analyzing the job. Examine, critically examine the recorded facts that we record, and we have to examine it. And develop and improve method. Evaluate different alternatives for cost effectiveness. And next is install the new method that we have developed and evaluated. And last one is maintain the new method. So these are the basic method study procedure. So we discuss one by one what are these procedure, how to perform the method study. So the number one is the select. So the basic parameter for selecting any job that should be studied consists or mainly depends on the economic aspects, technical aspects, and the human aspects. Because what we are selecting, we have to select according to these three aspects, because the overall effect of the method study is to increase the productivity and to provide comforts for human workers. So we have to consider economic as well as human, and that apart from these two aspects, the technological aspect is also important, because we have to deal with the technology while the process is going on. Basically, for industries or for industrial application, the cost is the main criteria for selection of the job, process, and department for method analysis. So once we selected the job, that this job must be studied, then we have to move further for the second step, and that is record. So in record, we have to record all relevant information relating to the existing method in detail and in the form of chart to obtain more clear picture about the same. So there are many recording techniques including two-handed process chart, outline process chart, flow process chart, CMO charts. So there are many more recording techniques. We have to follow any one of them to record, but we have to use some advanced techniques so that we can easily analyze the job. So the recording techniques are more diversified. There are macro motion and micro motion is also there. Third one is the examine. We have to examine the recorded facts, what we have recorded. So we have to critically examine those facts, recorded facts. So during examination, we have to check, or we have to examine the facts critically in terms of purpose, place, sequence, and person, and try to seek some alternatives. We have to simplify some complex operations and some unwanted operations that are not needed. We have to eliminate them. So this is the most important steps, because after recording the process, the examination is the most important step, because in this step we find out what to do and what will be done. And according to our examination on the recorded facts, we have to develop the most practical, economical and effective method, so that it can serve our purpose. So the fourth step is our develop the model or some solution or a method for the problem that we selected. Now the fifth step is evaluate different alternatives to developing a new improved method, comparing the cost effectiveness of the selected new method with the current method. So basically we have to evaluate the different alternatives of the method that we are going to propose, and we have to compare the cost effectiveness of the various other existing methods. So in terms, we have to evaluate the effectiveness of our effectiveness of our proposed method. Now the sixth one is the install. So we have select, record, examine, develop and evaluate. Now the other term, that what we have evaluated, what we have developed, we have to install it. So install the new method as a standard practice and train the person involved in applying it. So we have to train the workers, laborers, what and the other operators who are working on that process, to train with the, so they are well equipped with the new method, and we have to train them. We have to take some sessions. We have to understand that the workers are not so much so much happy to accept the change. So you have to convince them properly that the change is for their betterment. You have to convince them, you have to train them. If they cannot work properly, if they not understand the technological advancement or technological know-how, then they will remain out of that process, and they will not accepting easily. So you have to convince the worker properly. For convincing, the best method is to train them. If they are well equipped with that method, they will happily do it. So we have to install the method and we have to train the worker. And last one is the maintain. So the maintain the new method and introduce a control procedure to prevent it drifting back to the previous method of the work. So we have to maintain that the new procedure may go, and all other stakeholders may happily accept it, and it will go further. So this is some basic concepts or some basic steps in the method study, from starting from select, record, examine, develop, evaluate, install and maintain. These are some basic. In some other books they may vary. Some after develop you have to define it, evaluate, examine, install. So it may be there. So these are the fundamentals. Thank you for attention. Thank you for watching this. Thank you very much.